This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and our home team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now he's flushed out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now it's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Here's White. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of his...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position to get...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jamie Collins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Another try after the first down sack. Watson escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
51's a mark, boy. 51. Let him know.
Operating from the gun. Watson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
19!
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
54.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man Johnson. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they need.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Here we go, here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive cover.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw on second down, Eason. This one caught by Crowder. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
General West. Any day. Hey, wahoo. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Eason under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Go.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set. Let's get the 8. Let's go. Let's get this 4. He's checking. He's out.
Stepping coming up. He's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, orbit. Mike, 55. Hey. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Hey, check Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready. Mike 55. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? 80 weapon. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Quick dad.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. And he's going to go down again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 36, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He's going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He finds his target, Fuller. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check first, no. Off.
Watson throwing again. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Break. Set. 19. 54 is down. He's coming. Tight down. There you go. Watch twist.
It's complete to Hopkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
24.
Watson looks to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Again, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Akins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive. Eason going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. The final shot before the break. Watson. intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
The 38-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Topper!
Opting to run again here with White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eason. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
55. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. He's cracked.
X3. He's 218. Chopper. Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm scared.
On first down, Eason looking for Shepard deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater on to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you. 26. Me and you.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Check Mike 24. Hey, check Mike 12.
From the gun, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Go, now.
Throwing on 1st down. Eason going deep for Diggs. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. An 80-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Prater for the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the Texans 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lamar Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now It's Watson, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
What's that? 19!
On second down now, it's Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
What is that? 1988! 1984! Let's go, G!
Watson now, from the gun, he'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey!
Check 41. Let's go. Hey, 4-1, Mike. 4-1.
Go!
This is our time, guys. This is our time. 41, Mike. 41.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And Diggs has it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
To Stephon Diggs. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
Gotta do better.
Protein spill.
Come on.
Bravo.
Mike 41. Check.
Mike 41. I've got to wedge that, huh? Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason, and he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10.
General West. Buzz. Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
36.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Down to lose 1. Shoot!
3rd and 6.
Joker.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. Watch the flow.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Eason looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Texans.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Staying open. Staying open. Right there. 50.
From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 4. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Check right. Watch it, 5. Big dribble.
From the gun, Eason. It's caught. Shepard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. On 1st and 10, Eason. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Look at me. Zipper.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to James White. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's go! Let's go!
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 1st down, Eason. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
General West.
Hey, turn it up. Turn it up. Check 24. Check 24.
Smooth. Now.
Lotion, lotion. Check.
Hey, Delta.
Check 55 to Mike. Come on. Mike.
Back to throw.
Get him.
It's complete to Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
This is it. 18. Alert. And 31. Hey, got him. Go.
He's back to throw.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Watson now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
19, 25, 24.
It's going to be a long
Now Watson.
Come on, baby.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the home team here, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.